BRB. Hello and welcome to the Dotacinema production. My name is SUNSfan. This is game 3 of the lower bracket finals between EPIDEMIC and Panzer, which is now 1-1. Game 3, like I said, best of 3. So this all comes down to this freaking game. A lot of controversy coming out here as I think, I didn't 100% check, but I'm pretty sure that it's on US East again. And apparently, according to Not a Hacks, who's messaging me right now, and I need to go offline. Sorry, buddy. Really apologize. According to him, which of course I wasn't aware of, as we have a disconnect. Not sure if this can be a remake or whatnot, but apparently US East is better for routing than European. Apparently, a bunch of European servers having issues, or had issues, or have issues consistently that I don't know about, since I don't play on European, so that would make sense that I don't know about it. Coming from America, I've had more issues with US East than I've had with US West. So I don't know if that's like toppling a domino effect or something like that. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I do believe that this is on US East, and they agreed to do so with Panzer going to the dire side in as a trade of sorts, I guess. So just interesting all around drama as usual. Night Stalker is going to be the first ban, so Panzer does not want anyone to get Night Stalker, even though they have the first pick. Anti-Mage is going to be out of the loop as well, which, thank God, I'm sick and tired of seeing him, not going to lie. And Chen is actually going to be banned, so although he didn't, I guess he did have a decent, they did push the crap out of the tower, so I can understand that ban. Although I have said that is basically a ban that you see just to counter the other team from not pushing. And we're going to see that here. So that's going to leave either Furion or Broodmother. I hope Broodmother gets banned. I think he's been in every single game. Just ban Broodmother. Although Furion is really annoying to watch too. I'm not going to lie. I don't know which one's worse. What do you guys think? I think as far as like delaying the game, delaying the inevitable, a Furion would be the one that turtles the best. Because he can push a little bit better than Broodmother. So maybe I'd rather see Broodmother still, although we've seen him every single game thus far. And Erectile Dysfunction's really thinking hard about this one. Not sure what they want to do. But really, either way, I mean, they could potentially leave both open so that they can get one of them. Because whatever they leave open here, Panzer's going to pick. So Furion's available. Broodmother's going to go down. Furion is the first pick most likely. I'm just going to call it out right here. And it's going to be followed by perhaps a Windrunner and a Lich. Let's see if I'm correct here. And then that's going to be followed by a Tidehunter and a Rasta. Let's see if I'm correct in that notion as well. God, if I'm right, I'm going to be awesome. Okay, Windrunner. Oh, Windrunner Rasta. All right, well, Lich is next with a Tidehunter. Come on, make me look smart. Make me look smart, please. So yeah, Windrunner, of course, side solo. Not too much to say there. She's been in every single game thus far. Seems to escape the banning pool quite a bit, although it's played in literally every single game. Oh, I forgot about Venomancer. I should have said that. Venomancer tied. How about that? How about that? Venomancer tied. Venomancer has been in every single game thus far as well, and Rasta has been hit or miss. I think he was banned last game, but he was in game 1. Did really well. Actually, Kurokai was actually the one... Wait. Was he the one playing? Yeah. 99% sure Kurokai was the one playing Rasta in the first game. And they're going to have a third pick here. But, yeah, Tidehunter's still available. Just throwing it out there. He's been in every single game, too. And last game, finally some good ultimates. Finally, some farm for somebody, the Tidehunter, who can get a Blink Dagger, which makes it so much easier to initiate. Enigma's going to be... Okay, so Enigma's going to be put in there. And to hide a Tidehunter would be a okay counter to that. But like Xeno was talking about yesterday, in case you missed it, not the best counter because you can't exactly place the best ultimate to take down an Enigma, because you're basically just trying to get him in it and perhaps not the rest of the team. And of course, it doesn't go. His Ravage does not go through BKB, so that's definitely something to note. But of course, if you're looking at Panzer, they have a push heavy. This is not going to go 50 minutes or whatever the last game went. I can promise you that. Furion, Venomancer, Enigma, big time pushers. Perhaps the pushing won't start as fast as in other strategies, like if you have a Chen and whatnot, but... And I actually wondering why Enchantress isn't picked up anymore. I feel like he's so freaking good. Or she. I can't believe I called her a he. It's actually a pretty attractive she, too. Anything with half a horse of a body is automatically attractive in my book, is what I say. But bans are going to be coming out. The second tier bans, I should say, are going to be coming out here. Oh my god, I just realized Lich isn't banned or picked. Wow. That's pretty crazy. And honestly, that's one of the few heroes that's in every single game that I don't mind. Like, I like Lich. He's a cuddly guy. But I would fully expect him to be banned by, I would assume it's going to be erectile dysfunction, because the next pick is going to be for Panzer. And there's no way I think they let a Lich come out of there. I mean, Lich Enigma combination is out of this world. It's out of this world, bro. They are going to ban Slaughter, so fearing a little bit of a, fearing some strength carry, I suppose. Nakes or Dragonite, something like that. Or even an Invis hero like Ricky. Or Bounty even. We've been seeing Bounty a little bit more lately as well. And yet again, we're not going to see Darkseer, which is unfortunate. We've been seeing this ban has been consistent throughout the series, and it's been against Panzer. So Panzer, apparently I'm an idiot, and they're well known for playing Darkseer. Like I said in the last game, I did see the game where the Kurokai's team he was ringing for beat Na'Vi with Darkseer, but again, that's not Panzer, as far as I know. Of course, I could be wrong technically. They're going to ban Void. So fearing that, although I never thought that Tidehunter Void is a good combination at all, but still they're fearing that hard carry of sorts. So that's going to take the two hardest carries in the game, arguably speaking, of course, in a Void and Anti-Mage out of the game. I really want something different. Come on, give me a different pick. Give me a strength carry, for God's sake. Like a Dragon Knight or... of course, keep in mind, I think I missaid this, but Panzer bans Slaughter so they can pick up a Dragonite or Nakes. Of course, Kurokai being very well known for playing the Dragonite. Of course, Leaf plays it as well, so either one. Last ban coming out here for erectile dysfunction, and it's going to be the Dragonite, like I was saying. So perhaps going for a Nakes here would be a good idea if you're Panzer. Tough to say, though. I mean, the question is, where's Furion going to go? Is he going to be a jungle Furion, or is he going to be a lane Furion? I've been seeing a little more side lane Furion, so I'm assuming that's going to be the same here. Of course, considering that Enigma is going to be in the jungle, most likely. I mean, either one, I guess. Enigma or Furion could be side solo. Technically, both could be in opposite jungles, like we saw kind of in the first game. Panzer did a 5 solo strategy, if you will. Very cool. 3 solos with 2 junglers. But, of course, they weren't in the same jungle, and Venomancer was one of those 2. So, we'll see what they end up doing. And I think I did mention this, but Lich is still there. I don't know why, but Lich is still there. But they're going to pick Beastmaster. So definitely want that mid-solo presence to go against perhaps a Rasta. Perhaps they felt like they just didn't have enough, or they had too many intelligence at that point, which definitely is a concern. But Lich being on the board is crazy. Best ultimate, one of the best ultimates in the game, especially with Enigma. I mean, that's insta-gib material. And I think in hindsight, if they were to go back seeing and they knew that Lich wasn't going to be banned as of yet, I think they don't pick Venomancer, to be honest. Because, I mean, Venomancer is great, and he's great for pushing and whatnot, but Lich and Enigma are the best combination in the entire game. If you successfully get off your ultimates, it's the scariest combination to go against. Next pick coming up for erectile dysfunction, and right now they have, well, we've seen Rasta mid, we've seen Rasta being a support, but assuming it's going to be the same as in this series, so Rasta in mid, and looks like they're hiding the fact of what they want to do for a carry, which I would at this point, and they have a Spectre available, but I don't think that really synergizes that great with the rest of the team. Weaver would be decent, and or maybe even a strength carry of sorts. But here you have Panzer, who has a strength hero in mid. Do they want to go another strength hero for a carry type role? Because they have great pushability. With literally all 4 of those heroes can be considered good pushers. And maybe a strength carry to be able to dive past the tower and do a little bit of damage. But of course, you usually pick up a Naix in response to the opposite team picking up a strength hero. So the fact that their only strength hero is Tidehunter, which you don't really care about, and there's the Bounty Hunter. So they ban the Slaughterer to be able to pick up an Invis hero in Bounty Hunter. And I'm interested to see how he's going to build, because we've been seeing him more as a ganker and not a hard carry. Definitely has carry potential. Technically, he could do both. I mean, a lot of his gold is from using his ultimates, so his track ability, of course. So expect him to perhaps go for a negative armor build with Medallion of Courage followed by a Desolator, which has been the most common thing. And we've even seen Battle Fury to some degree. So the question is, what does Erectile Dysfunction do to counter this? What do they pick for their carry? Because at this point, they technically, I'm not saying they're not going to do it. Technically, they don't need a carry because they're going to get pushed. And they're going to go with Mirana yet again. Didn't fail him last game. Why not? So they're going for more. I mean, they don't have much pushability. They have, I mean, I say much. They do have some pushability, obviously, with Rasta ult, Windrunner being able to lane push a bit, but not to the degree that we've been seeing in this series. So in comparison with how things have gone, they don't have much pushability. But, and that would assume that, that would basically indicate that they're going for more of a late game Mirana. But you got to be careful with Bounty Hunter. He can get completely out of control. So the question is, how well can whoever's playing Bounty Hunter use that track ability to get as much gold as possible for his team and himself, which was a recent buff to him, actually. Gets a ton of gold for people getting assists and whatnot, and him getting the kills. So with this, let's go over each player and each hero. Kranich, who has been the guy crying this whole time, is on the on the Rasta. Dreamshock on Tidehunter, not a Hacks on Windrunner, who's been Windrunner almost every game. Other than last game, he was on the Tidehunter, actually. And he did really well towards the later stages of the game. Pretty much gave him that win, honestly. Bonzaja is now on the Crystal Maiden, and Sunny is on Mirana. And they're going to use a smoke and try to gank the crap out of this team. But looks like Panzer is not out of the base very quickly. Saga is going to be playing the Enigma. Alex on the Nature's Prophet. Beastmaster is going to be the solo mid. That is Kurokai, of course. Leaf on Bounty Hunter, and PAS, pause, pass, whatever, on Venomancer. Oh, are they? I was going to say, no, I was going to say, they don't have, technically a smoke could be used to go for a level 1 Roshan, but they don't have a Roshan team at all. The opposite team has a much better Roshan team than them, actually. So looking at the lanes here, looks like Enigma will be the side solo in the bottom lane. And it's going to be versus a Mirana, so that should be an interesting matchup to say the least. The battle begins. Prophet is going to be in the jungle. As you can see, he got his Nature's Call, so he's going to be using it on the trees here, or wherever. And then going back to get some mana, and then going back to the jungle immediately. Pretty standard there. So he's going to be the top jungle. In the meantime, top lane Venomancer. Really? Are we going to see a solo Venomancer? Wait, where's... Okay, I was going to say, I'm just completely freaking blind. It's going to be a dual lane, Bounty Hunter and Venomancer. It's going to be a really good lane, actually. As Venomancer is going to pull to his heart's content, as they did not ward here as of yet. And it actually looks like it's coming out now. There's the ward, so it's going to block the stack at least. But on the other side, we have Windrunner and Tidehunter, along with a Crystal Maiden. That is... a very weird tri-lane, not gonna lie. Very, very weird. And in fact, I'm just gonna say I don't like it. I plain just don't like it. But I've been wrong many a time, so no worries. Mid lane though, Shadow Shaman, aka Rasta, versus the Beastmaster. That's gonna be an interesting matchup as well. But we're gonna focus on top lane here, because Bounty Hunter is gonna be, I think, a make it or break it type hero for Panzer this game. If he doesn't get off to well, he doesn't necessarily have to get off to a great start, but if he doesn't do well this game, they're not going to win, plain and simple. And I know that sounds very generic, but I think even if everybody else on the team does extremely well, they're not going to have much of a chance if Bounty isn't doing well himself. So he can apply a little bit of, is that Janata, right? Yeah, Janata. Yes, I remember the name. A little bit of Janata pressure onto Windrunner. And I mean, right now it's a 1v3. Technically, Bounty Hunter could potentially solo lanes like this just because of that invisibility. It's pretty insane. Is it called Windwalk? Shadow Walk. Damn. Damn you all. And the fact that Bounty Hunter is harassing more than the this tri lane is pretty sad. I don't like this tri lane. I don't think I mentioned that I don't like the tri lane, but yeah, I don't like the tri lane. I know I mentioned it, but it's not a good tri lane, pretty much. This did not... Oh, he countered it. Very nice and quick counter from Venomez. Able to stack at the 2-minute mark. Very smart move. I'm not even sure... No, he didn't even use the courier, because it's not even upgraded to flying, to scout that out. So very smart play from Pass here. Hey, if you want me to pronounce your name correctly, then answer my question when I ask you how to pronounce your name. All right, buddy? Love you. Visibility rune picked up on Kranich, on the Shadow Shaman. And right now, a little bit of a slow start. And at this point, if you're erectile dysfunction, you need to change something. There is no point in you leeching XP from Windrunner. Just roam. Tidehunter, Crystal Maiden, start roaming. Like, you're useless. Literally useless in this lane. You're not going to kill Bounty Hunter. At least not yet. Here's a little power shot action coming out here in mid lane. A little bit of pressure being applied to Beastmaster. Pretty even as far as experience. Beastmaster a little bit ahead because of the creep wave. Equilibrium. It should even up there. Meanwhile, at top lane, I say they can't kill Bounty Hunter, but look at them kill Bounty Hunter. They kill Bounty Hunter, so I'm an idiot apparently. I mean, the one good thing is the fact that I believe Frostbite will show invisible heroes. So that's the one thing I didn't note. But I still don't like the tri-lane. Even if you get a couple kills on Bounty Hunter, you're not going to gain a level advantage, I promise you. As you see, all of them are level 2, other than Windrunner being level 3, level 4 Bounty Hunter, and he's back in the lane. He's perfectly fine with this, because he's going to lose a little bit of gold. He's not going to miss much XP from this. He's going to lose a little bit of gold, but again, this is a hero that is going to gain a ton of gold thanks to his ultimate. So we'll see what happens in that. Looks like Tidehunter and Crystal Maiden, no, just Tidehunter wants to perhaps start roaming. Prophet's going to spot him. And nothing's going to happen. Looks like Tidehunter is going to camp this illusion in at top. If Rasta can't get to it, then he's just going to take it, which he does. And top lane a little bit more. Here's Venomester coming in to... Oh, actually, Furion's going to TP in as well. And looks like they are going to get a kill. Oh my god, a nice power shot from Winter. Actually, might be enough to take down Bounty Hunter. It's not. Crystal Maiden did die in that exchange. Nation Prophet in a lot of trouble here. Going to run back around. Going to sprout Windrunner in a fail attempt at living. So it ends up being a 2-for-1 exchange in the favor of Epidemic. So actually really nice turnaround of sorts, I guess. This is going to be the most boring lane, I feel like. Mirana versus Enigma. Watch them actually get a kill in the next like 30 seconds. Oh, I caught the tail end of that one. Bounty Hunter getting killed again by this terrible Triumph that apparently is working. I'm actually a little bit surprised by that. Honestly, at this point, Venomancer might as well just play a dual lane with Bounty, because you're still going to get experience gain. You're going to get experience level or experience advantage, but you're not really going to let Bounty Hunter die over and over. So that could work out for them. I mean, you have a Nature's Prophet who can gank from the jungle, so well, technically can gank from literally anywhere, so not a big deal. So not sure why they're not doing that, but yeah, somehow this tri-lane is working out. And another reason I didn't like these tri-lanes, first of all, there's no, I mean, I don't care about it not having stuns. They have decent burst damage with some of the nukes coming out, but Windrunner is really going to suffer from being such a low level, I feel like. But remains to be seen if that's actually going to be the case or not. Rasta, in the meantime, going to perhaps get some assistance as I time out. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, as I miss a kill. That one wasn't my fault, at least. Rasa looks like it was a war trap on the Beastmaster. Does get the kill there. And Nature's Prophet now on the retreat. Interesting that it would get disconnected for literally no reason. Must be the streaming. Mirana has 1,500 gold right now. Could just go straight for treads right now if she wants, and looks like she does so. So I would say she definitely has the advantage in this lane. A little bit of harassment from the Malefice coming out, and actually looking at the creep kill. I don't want to miss another kill because it's pathetic. Usually a very good cameraman. I'm not sure what's going on here, but Enigma 24 and 11 compared to a Mirana who's 45 and 2. So yeah, not really close. Not really close at all, unfortunately. So Mirana definitely coming on time. That is going to be a really important factor in this game, getting Mirana off. The fact that she's getting off to such a good start will just amplify that going towards late game. Venomaster is going to place a ward here to allow Bounty Hunter to perhaps get a little bit of freedom here. I don't believe any Invis wards are being picked up here. Oh, Dust. There we go. Dust by Tyner. So this is when Bounty Hunter better be careful. They're actually trying to hide the fact that Tyner Hunter has Dust. It's a really smart move here coming from Erectile Dysfunction. See how far back he has to go now. It's like, push the lane, please. Please, I pick up you. Shadow Charm in the meantime. I want to see what his creep score is, as I literally can't find it. 37 and 1 in mid, as opposed to a 35 and 7 Beastmaster. It's actually very even overall. As you see, Bounty Hunter still invisible. Titan's just waiting for him to become visible so they can actually do something to him. Something that also I didn't mention is Frostbite will set up a really good shackle shot from Windrunner, so that's going to be really important to note. Windrunner having level 2 in that right now. Not even going Windrun, which of course isn't a surprise considering they have the major advantage in the 3v2 situation, or even 3v1 if you want to look at it that way. And at this point, I think they've spotted that Dust is on Tidehunter, and we'll see if he ends up popping that. Tower is taken out. That is first tower, top or bottom tier 1 tower. Bounty Hunter is going to place track onto Crystal Gaiden, and looks like they might want to just trade towers here. So 1-for-1 exchange perhaps coming out. Although I think they could really apply pressure here and perhaps go for a team fight if they want to. If one more person, aka Furion, TP top. But unfortunately, nothing's going to come of this. The tower will not be pushed though, thanks to the Fenmaster wards, among other things. And Rasta looks like he wants to head towards top, perhaps. As tier 2 towers in a lot of peril here, actually. And a TP coming out from Tidehunter to prevent this. Not level 6 yet. There's a Beastmaster roar onto Tidehunter, realizing it's not level 6, can't do anything about it. Will go down. Beastmaster's in a little bit of trouble, taking some damage from the tower. Who's here? Nobody of note. Rasta's not going to be able to do anything because he's not a Blink Dagger yet. And the question is he going to go for that first? Has 800 gold right now, so perhaps save him for that. And this is the time to go for Windrunner. There's a nice slow and the Janata, and that's going to be a kill on the Windrunner, who does not have Windrun, by the way, which wouldn't have mattered in that case. But either way, just something to note. Beastmaster not going for bottle, unless he's ferrying it. Yeah, it looks like he is ferrying it. And in case you have not been watching all these games, this is not the new version. This is the tournament mode. So this is pre the 6.73 patch, which bottle ferrying, in my opinion, I don't even know if this has been verified by anybody that actually knows what they're talking about, but bottle ferrying is nerfed to a degree, indirectly, by the fact that couriers can be killed pretty easily now. You cannot fortify the couriers, or use invulnerability, if you will. Rasta is going to place his wards on this tier 1 tower mid, and that looks like it's going to be a tower one way or another. The question is, can it be denied? It's going to be fortified to allow some time to come here. There's the ult from Beastmaster on the Shadow Shaman. That's going to be a death. He's going to try to get the last hit here. Is he going to get it with his wards? Oh, that's an easy deny, actually. Left it wide open. Very unlucky for Rasta. So nice deny there from Leaf on the Bounty Hunter. And looks like he's definitely going for a Medallion of Courage. Very nice to see. Unfortunately, not an item we see very often, other than on Bounty Hunter and perhaps Slardar to some degree, or teams with a Slardar. But I think it's a really underrated item. You can't go wrong with negative physical armor, is all I gotta say. As this tower is not going to get pushed. So a little bit of counter pushing going on here. Can it be denied? No, they cannot return the favor, unfortunately. Nice power shot, going to catch a couple of people. Meanwhile, at bottom, Mirana's going to... I mean, she's just free farming at this point. Has 1,000 gold. I was going to say 1,000k, but that doesn't make any sense. I think Enigma's actually saving for a Blink Dagger yet again. So 2 games in a row, not going for the tanky build right away. And, well, I think it's just a personal preference. I don't think... It does make a difference. It definitely... Oh, boy, Tidehunter. No ult. And what is he waiting for? He wants to track and get the kill. And he will. And he actually did not use Medallion of Courage there.
Another fugitive brought to justice.
But of course he does get quite a bit of gold thanks to that ultimate of his. Regeneration on Korakai. His ultimate is up yet again. That is a very low cooldown for such a powerful ultimate. Although it is technically single target. Although people do get affected in the nearby areas. And Mirana better be careful because a leap will not save her. Oh, it will because Enigma doesn't have his Blink Dagger. It's 40 away, actually. Wonder if this game we're going to see an Aghanim Scepter on Venomancer like we saw last game. That was the first time in a long, long time that we've seen that. Of course, it didn't really matter as far as winning the game, unfortunately. There's tier 2 towers already at half health, and they could really push this with these Eidolons. And they're going to try to do so. But looks like the defense is coming from EPIDEMIC. And as long as you don't make this deniable, once it's at 160 health, it's deniable, and they're going to make it deniable. Wow, interesting choice. Really interesting choice. I'm not sure what the deal with that is.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
But either way, a tower is a tower that's going to help you get map control. And Ross is just going to place his ult on a tower that's almost dead already. Can they get denied this time? The answer is no. Rasa gets out as well with the TP. In the meantime, Nature's probably going to help clean up on these wards. And this is the point where, oh, Bounty Hunter's going to get, oh, I thought he was shackled, but instead it was actually the 2 creeps. He's just going to, in vengeance for the attempted kill, he's going to place his ultimate onto Windrunner. Looking at some quick gold per minutes here. 340 on Shadow Shaman. Actually, a really even spread from EPIDEMIC, actually. 3 people with 300 plus gold per minute. Mirana, Shadow Shaman, and Windrunner. Windrunner being the most, well, I guess that's not even true. But on the other side, we have 350 gold per minute on Bounty Hunter, 350 on Beastmaster, and 330 on Enigma. So another even spread. So I would assume, barring the tower spread, which let's see, we have 1, 2 towers down for Dire. We have 1, 2, so the same, 3 actually down for Radiant. So we should have a pretty even gold spread overall. As Beastmaster is going to use his ultimate on Tidehunter, but of course, just too many people to speak of. As Bounty Hunter is going to get a constellation kill, I do believe on Shadow Shaman, but he better be careful because a lot of support coming in for the Radiant. Does he have his Invis? No, it's not even close, actually. And he's just an interesting choice to do that in such a populated area. But looking at the gold per minute real quick, 3,000 gold lead for the Dire right now, which basically 1 tower and a little bit of better farm on the supports, as you can see. Venomancer going towards perhaps an urn, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, they have 2 more towers, so I was mistaken. So that's more so the reason that they have a 3,000 gold lead. And Tidehunter is being forced to buy all these Invis related items, which is truly unfortunate. Obviously, that's something you need to do, but at the same time, we saw the power of the Blink Dagger and Tidehunter in the last game, and I think they really need to do that again this game, especially with somebody like Enigma, where you can actually place an ultimate in the vicinity. And it's another reason I don't understand why. Okay, Enigma didn't go for Blink Dagger. Good. Went for Mechanism, so going for the tanky build, expecting to go for BKB next, and then followed by a, well, maybe Arcane Boots first, but either way, BKB followed by Blink Dagger after the fact. Like that build a lot more personally. Windrunner, not a Hex on Windrunner, has a phase boost and mechanism as well, so farming really well. Shadow Shaman at this point has literally nothing, so going for Blink Dagger looks like 100 away. 1 more, yeah, that should do it. Another 20 gold or so. Oh, arrow's gonna miss, unfortunately. Nice shackle shot onto Enigma. Are they actually gonna initiate here? Ultimate from Beastmaster is actually going to be enough with conjunction of other spells to be getting the kill on Windrunner. Rasa Ward's going to come out of doing a little bit of damage, but not the best placement because they can actually farm these if they want to, because no initiation is coming from the fact. Ravage is not used yet from Tidehunter. Very interesting choice not to walk in there when the shackle shot was placed onto Enigma. Maybe he didn't feel like he was... I mean, that's one of the things with having no mobility on Tidehunter with no Blink Dagger. You can't really feel safe at just walking in like the fat, disgusting pig that you are. So right now, very even game, 6-6. Tower lead, obviously, for Dire at this point. and actually you can really argue who has the better late game, but I would say, again, Radiant have the better late game just because they have somebody in the side solo, or a side carry role in... Well, I guess that's not true. Furion also could be considered a side carry, but he's not farming well at all, so I don't expect that to happen this game. Overall, very even game, though, as Roshan is going to be taken out here, and I don't think Erectile Dysfunction knows anything about it. And their big-time ultimate Tidehunter, it's still up, but... in fact, I can't remember if he's used that at all this game. They're going to use Smoke. But it's not going to be fast enough. Beastmaster's going to pick up that Aegis. Immortality indeed, Beastmaster, yes! He has the Aegis along with the Haste Rune and Arcane Boots. Could go for Blink Decker if he wants to, too. So a lot of mobility coming out from both teams overall. Of course, if you want to be pushing, I think a Necronomicon would be pretty good pickup. But Beastmaster is one of those heroes where you can get a wide range of items on, so God knows what he's going to get. And Mirana going for Maelstrom yet again. And I saw somebody in the chat mentioning this, and I didn't mention it last game. And I say yet again, of course, this is referring to game 2. Maelstrom is a good pickup against people with creeps, such as, especially somebody like a Broodling, or Broodmother with the Spiderlings. But this game maybe a little bit to the degree for the Eidolons from Enigma and, of course, the Nature's Prophet, Treants. So something I did not think about. Ultimate Orb is bought by Nature's Prophet, who's not going to have his sheepstick for quite a while, unfortunately. I mean, usually you want to get that by the 20-minute mark, because one of those heroes that just farms really, really well. And didn't go for the Hannah Midas, which is another item we see as a jungler. Especially when you're jungling with Prophet, you pick that up like 90% of the time. Perhaps felt that it was needed in a more ganking related role with more stat items, but looks like we're going to have a double push going on here. 4 at top for this tier 2, and it could be a trade for this tier 2 as well as a tier 1. Wow, I didn't even realize it was still up. So they could get 2 towers out of this. Shadow Shaman ult is up. Is he going to use it? He's pretty close to hitting level 11, so he might not even need it with that DD activated. And yeah, he's not even going to place it. Probably a good move here. Saving that ult for later. Tier 2 tower at top is going to be taken down, and like I said, it's going to be a fair trade. And they're going to continue the pressure here. Nice track on the Windrunner. They're going to give a little bit of vision here, and they're going to, wow, they're doing a lot of damage to this tower. Nice shackle shot on the Beastmaster. I think he'll be able to go here. Tidehunter still has his ultimate, hasn't used the entire game. A nice Rasta ward trap though. Tidehunter is going to get ulted by the Beastmaster. Very nice move from within the ward trap. Knew that he was basically going to die anyway, but he's still ward trapped after the Aegis revives him, and that is just unfortunate. But hey, he did exactly what he needed to do. The best case scenario for him. Surprised that nobody really helped him take down these wards. That was really interesting. I mean, considering that Tidehunter, who did buy back, didn't use his ultimate, still hasn't used his ultimate the entire game. So really weird play here overall. But a lot of damage was done to this tower, and I think if you're Panzer, you're happy with that result overall. And now it looks like Furion's gonna be pushing bottom with all his might. So instead of going straight for a DPS related item, Bounty Hunter is helping the team out with his Drum of Endurance, also known as the Django ate my baby. But it's definitely going to help with the push, and perhaps they're feeling like, you know, let's just finish this early. Like, they can't stop us. Game 1, we pushed the crap out of them. They had no idea what to do. They were all flustered with their ultimates, and they're just hoping for the same. Drum of Endurance also on the other team, and Kranich picking up on a Shadow Shaman, so perhaps to counter that, definitely an interesting choice. Also with the Blink Dagger, as I mentioned, he was going to be picking up very shortly. In the meantime, though, Mirana is going to get killed. That is going to be a big-time kill. Don't believe... yeah, she does have a buyback. At this point, I think you force it. You push this lane as fast as possible. Force that buyback from Mirana. Of course, it is only 40 seconds, so you're going to have to do it pretty quickly. Using the Medallion of Courage to farm a little bit here. Push this lane as fast as possible. Meanwhile, in the bottom, of course, we're going to have the Radiant. Just trying to gank this Beastmaster. Actually, what is he doing? Wow, Beastmaster is really cocky, but you better be careful, buddy, because you're dead. You better be careful, Kurokai. You're dead, bro. Everybody has TPs to speak of, so they're going to be defending this top lane, I would assume. Nature's Prophet is going to continue his journey to get that sheep stick. Is about 800 away from picking up the Mystic Staff. And of course, still needs a mana to boot, so it's not going to be a ridiculously late. Well, for him, it's going to be a late Sheepstick, but in general, luckily for him, I should say, Sheepstick is helpful throughout the entire game. Unfortunately, they weren't able to force the buyback from Marana, who has 1600 right now. Let's look at a little bit of item progressions here. Ooh, Ghost Scepter on Shadow Shaman. Very interesting. That's basically just to allow himself to live through an onslaught of Bounty Hunter. So Bounty Hunters basically have to choose somebody else. I really like that pickup. As we mentioned, Marana does have that Maelstrom. And last game we saw her go for a... Was it a Mantis style she went for first before finishing the Mjolnir? I could be wrong, but it's something like that. Smoke's going to be used by the Radiant, and they're going to run right into this Venomancer, who's going to get leapt on. You're going to use the ultimate at the very least, but if there's no follow-up, don't bother with the ultimate. I know it's one of those panic situations, but that's... I wouldn't put it in the same category, honestly, because it doesn't have a fatal damage to it, but I wouldn't put it in the same category as a Tidehunter ult or Enigma ult, but it's still a really important ult to have in a team fight, and it is underrated to a certain degree. And Cranich still has his ultimate, level 2 wards, if they want to push this tier 2 top. As we continue the item progressions. Where was I? Oh yeah, so Marana, I think, went for, like I said, Mantis style, and then probably Maelstrom, or Mjolnir after the fact. Windrunner hasn't picked up anything after what we've talked about. Has 1400 right now, though. So actually she picks up a Staff of Wizardry, so we'll be going for the 4 staff. Tidehunter in the meantime. Let's see how much money he has, actually. Nothing. He's not getting a Blink Dagger anytime soon. And it's really unfortunate, because this is another... Well, every game it's useful, but this game in particular, anytime you're going against a push, you really, really need that. So yeah, Yasha is picked up by Marana, so she's going to be going for Mantis style. In the meantime, look at the other team, as I've had this menu open for way too long. I'm not sure why it takes up the entire screen. Like, a lot of this stuff is just unneeded space. Nature's Prophet, very close to finishing the Sheepstick, actually. Yeah, about 900 away from that, which I think I said that like 5 minutes ago. Leaf on the Bounty Hunter is going for a either Desolator or BKB. I would assume it's a Desolator. Venomancer has the Vlads, actually. Really nice pickup. I love it when supports pick up Vlads. When there's a... well, it's helpful regardless, but of course when you have a hard DPS or like a Bounty, that really helps. Beastmaster in the meantime has the Pipe, so going for a little bit of a tanky build, not worrying about the initiation as much with the Blink Dagger. So definitely going for a Pipe. I really like that. Of course, I say that every time a Pipe's pick up because it's an amazing item. And last but not least, Enigma has the Soul Ring to go along with the Mechanism and a soon-to-be BKB. Which actually, if I check him out, Bounty went for BKB, by the way, and not Desolator. Interesting choices. We're going to have a little bit of a team fight here. By a little bit, I think this is going to be a huge team fight. They're going to come from behind. Are they going to spot this? And ultimate, is it going to come out from Tidehunter? It's going to hit 3 people. Actually, a really good ultimate. Venomancer is going to hit, and Prophet. That's basically the death of Enigma right away before she can even get his ultimate off. That's just dirty, dirty, dirty play here. 2 from 1 exchange, though. Rasa is going to die along with Crystal Maiden. BKB is going to be used by Bounty Hunter. He's going to try to apply a little bit of pressure. He's getting a lot of damage there. Unfortunately, the Beastmaster axes are not enough damage to go through that BKB. They do go through BKB, but not enough damage, though, as it is mixed. Marana's going to try to get away, or try to actually just kill this Nature's Prophet. And she better be careful, actually, as we have a buyback from Nature's Prophet right away. And they can really just continue to push this lane if they really need to. Beastmaster's axes are going to miss, but Bounty Hunter yet again just cleaning up. I think almost the entire fight, Bounty was fighting with almost no health. Just going to throw it out there. So really good job of kiting, running around, and causing a little bit of confusion. Marana also bought back, I believe. Going to try to use this Maelstrom to the best of her ability to push this lane. Prevent this push, if anything. And honestly, Enigma still has his ultimate. If he gets over here, they could really get a Rax here, to be perfectly honest. All their important ultimates, other than well, I shouldn't say it. Beastmaster ult should be up pretty soon. Yeah, it's up in 5 seconds. Enigma ult is still up. Why not just group up here and go at it again? Because Tidehunter ult is down, Rasta ult is down, Marana ult is down. Not that was that important in that fight, but the invisibility really does help from time to time as far as aggression and defensive capabilities go. So really need to group up here, and they're doing exactly as I'm saying because I'm a pro. That's right. Nature's Prophet bought back, so he's not even close to Sheepstick anymore, unfortunately. And who's going to jump in? The Beastmasters get shackled right away. Still has the roar up. Enigma does not have blink, of course, and can just walk in there. You see the pipe activate. They're going to take down this tower, and this is where you initiate. There's a Rasta ult. Just came off cooldown and going to be used to block the crap out of Leaf, and Leaf is in a ton of trouble. Gets the shackle to him as well. Crystal Maiden still in effect. Oh my god, he's going to get it with barely any health. And this might actually break it up because you can't do a whole lot with that Beastmaster. Mirana's going to jump in. Really risky play here. And she is going to get killed in combination, or in exchange, I should say, for Venomancer. She's going to buy... I thought she just bought back. Okay, she didn't buy back previously, but she's going to buy back now. And that is going to probably end this push. Enigma, I think this is a really smart move. Hasn't ulted yet. I think this is really, really good. You have an urn. Who has the urn, actually? Is it Beastman? I thought it was Veno, actually. Okay, I'm just horribly, horribly wrong. Am I freaking blind? Oh, that's right. Nature's Prophet got it. The least likely. So they could... Oh my god! I missed it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Mirana ends up dying to the Bounty Hunter, and again, this is when you want to push. This is the perfect opportunity to push the... Oh my god. I mean, Shadow Shaman does have the Ghost Scepter, so he can probably get out. He has a Blink Dagger as well to boot. And as you can see him use it... No, he hasn't used it yet, actually. He just uses the sheep first. But Prophet is here to help out. Can't cancel anything. But Shadow Shaman's going to use the Shackle for enough time to actually blink out of there just fine. Enigma, where are you, good sir? Has the BKB and now can safely run in without issue. Nobody can stop him from ulting. And this could very well be game the very next fight that they have at this bottom lane. Mirana is out of buybacks, is dead currently. Shadow Shaman blinks in with the BKB. Or now with the BKB, I'm sorry, Bounty Hunter's the one with the BKB, but he's going to actually be forced to back up here. Enigma, oh my god, is he going to pop it? Oh, he wastes it. It's not a complete waste, but I'm surprised he used it in this situation. Actually, it might work out well for him. The Shadow Shaman's going to kill this Bounty. The Beastmaster ultimate applied to Windrunner, and if they can clean up here, as Tidehunter's going to ult here, this could turn out really well, but essentially the Enigma ult was basically used just to kill Rasta for all intents and purposes. Windrunner's going to try to run away. Malphite's going to be used, and that's going to be a dead Windrunner. This could be game, actually. This is a really important fight here, like I was talking about. And there's the mobility of Nature's Prophet coming into effect. Gets a gust to the face, but it's not really worried about Tidehunter because he's out of mana. Has no range spells to speak of after the fact. Rasta buys back, and Mirana wasn't in that fight, and they're left alone to try to defend this. Rasta ult is up, though, and he's going to be forced to use it here, or is he just going to be... And it's not going to be useful. These racks are dead. And it all started, it's just a consistent effort from this Panzer team. Really impressive play, just keeping the pressure on and not relenting. And Enigma, although I initially said it was a bad ultimate, it really worked out well for them. I didn't think it was on the most important heroes, but getting two heroes down like that can't buy back, that are in the support role, very important in this game, especially when you're consistently pushing like you're doing. Mirana's going to try to push these back to the best of his abilities, her abilities. It is 5-on-5. All heroes are up. I think if you're Panzer, you might want to back up here. You do have the Beastmaster up in a couple seconds, and might use it on the person that's TPing in here, actually. And he is not. There it goes, actually, in combination with the Axes, but there's a mech going to heal him up to a certain degree. Venomancer ult's going to be placed out. Really has some decent ult coming out here. Sprout's going to actually cockblock his own team for the most part. Bounty Hunter's going to use the BKB, but it's going to go down to physical damage of the... I don't even know who killed him, but he bought back regardless. Enigma getting a couple kills, and so much for what I know here. I mean, they're just sitting here with all the survivability, with the mechanism, with the BKBs, with the urns. So much survivability, they can actually just continue to push this no problem. I just thought it would be a little bit safer to go for a Roshan or something like that, but that's going to be a double Rax. And it looks like Panzer is going to be going to the Grand Finals against Dignitas tomorrow at 1900 CET in a best of 5. That should be a lot of fun to cast / watch. As don't expect ED to give up anytime soon, because this is the last match for them. And yes, they do lose on the US East, in case you were wondering.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And this is going to be a triple Rax. Mega Creeps coming out here. Enigma popping that BKB just for show. Like,
I'm a big boy, I like BKB.
And that is going to be game, ladies and gentlemen. GG's come out. Congratulations to Panzer, or Panzer, depending on how you like to pronounce it. Very well played. And I'm kind of... I mean, game 2 was just seemed more like an anomaly than anything for Panzer. They just weren't aggressive. And I feel like they're at their best when they're aggressive, so... We're definitely seeing that here as Enigma is just going to suicide to the fountain. Hey, Tidehunter gets a kill though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
3 and 5. So yeah, 12 and 4 score for Bounty Hunter. He was very crucial in that game. Great item build. Really like it. And Enigma, of course, biding his time with the ultimates. I think that was the biggest deal. That was the game when he got the ultimate on those 2 heroes. Even though they weren't the most, like I said, even though they weren't the most useful of heroes as opposed to the rest of the team, they were important enough that they couldn't buy back. And that basically was game. So congratulations to Panzer, like I said, winning the lower bracket finals in this best of 3 series 2-1 against Erectile Dysfunction. Congratulations, of course, to Epidemic, who, aka Erectile Dysfunction, that is, who got this far, basically getting 3rd place at this point. But tomorrow, 1900 CET, the grand finals, best of 5. Panzer versus Dignitas. Dignitas should have a 1-0 lead to start because they are the upper bracket finalists. Or the upper bracket champions, I guess, is the best way to put it. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. My name is SUNSfan from Dotacinema. Check us out at dotacinema.com or youtube.com/Dotacinema. And yeah, I'll be sticking around for in the chat for a little bit if you want to chat with me. But other than that, check out our stream at, which is what you're watching right now, unless it's a VOD, own3d.tv/Dotacinema, where all your live stream, all these tournaments are going to be cast, as well as me playing with friends and whatnot later in the night. American time, that is. But yeah, check us out tomorrow, guys. 1900 CET for the best of 5. Grand finals for the SkyNet League. And until next time, we love you. Long time.